since it's Friday, end of the week, kind of pull it all together. So just think of all the different things that we practice here on a daily basis, and see if we can tie them all together into a bit of a just a cohesive way of being. And to inspire that, here's a quote from one of my favorite people. This is Joseph Campbell. People say that what we're all seeking is the meaning of life. I don't think that that's what we're seeking. I think that what we're seeking is an experience of being alive, so that we actually feel the rapture of being alive. I love that phrase, the rapture of being alive, because there's something about, I think, when we really drop in to a place of mindfulness and self-awareness, there is a sense of there's a rapture. There's something very compelling about having that experience of being a conscious being and noticing, oh my gosh, these are, sensations, these are emotions, these are thoughts or memories that I'm having, and being able to tie it all together is a really, it's a really neat experience. And so I thought, today maybe I'll do my best to guide us through a meditation that pulls all those different pieces together. So let's start by closing our eyes. And right as you close your eyes, notice where awareness goes. Meaning, like, what do you become aware of when you close eyes? Is it the sensation of eyeballs sort of flickering in their eye sockets? Is it breath? Is it sounds? Like, where does your awareness go when you close your eyes? There's no right or wrong answer to this. It's really just noticing what happens to you in this moment. And so right away, we're flexing this first muscle we practice here often, which has to do with awareness. It's just becoming aware in this moment where our attention goes. Like, what is it that we're experiencing? Some of us feel more, some of us sense more, some of us think more. Again, there's no right or wrong here. It just is what it is. The first step is just to become aware of what's actually happening. And then part of this process is also noticing how sticky thoughts and memories are. So the more space we give ourselves when we slow down and become quiet, mind doesn't like that. Mind wants to constantly be active and engage in something. So part of this awareness process is also just noticing, where does the mind go when there's space and quiet? Usually the mind goes into the future or the past. Where does your mind go in this moment when you just slow down? In my experience, it's usually just a matter of time. Sometimes it's a few seconds, sometimes it's a few minutes, and the mind hooks into some narrative or some cognitive processes. again, either about the future or about the past. And it gloms onto those, gets very attached. So the goal right now is to simply notice if or when the mind does that. Just notice it. So I'll be quiet for a minute or so, and just let's see where does the mind go for you. Stay open, just wait. More space we create by just being quiet and still, the more active the mind becomes. It's looking for something to glom onto. It's totally normal. So the goal right now is just to notice, where does the mind go? And to me, the next question is, once we notice where the mind goes, pose the question and say, okay, now what? What do I want to do with that information? Noticing the mind is going back into old memories, or it's regurgitating an argument that I had with someone that I saw this morning, or it's working desperately on some to-do list of all the things that I still need to get done today and all the things that will happen if I don't. Abilities are somewhat endless, so just notice where the mind goes. Then comes this interesting point of asking the question, okay, now what? What do I do with this information? I think at this point, the interesting question is, what matters to me most? So just introducing this idea of values. Given all of this that's going on, or given all of this that I'm noticing, what's most important to me? What do I want to do with what I'm noticing? So connecting with values, or another way of putting that is like, what's really important in this moment. I'll suggest some ideas that revolve around love, kindness, forgiveness, gratitude. In my experience, that's usually it's usually where the good stuff is. And if we can direct our attention, mindful manner, to posing that question, saying, what does forgiveness look like right now? What does kindness look like right now? What does love look or feel like right now? And then just wait for the answer. The cool thing is our values are they're very grounded, they're very stable, but the conditions within which we apply them throughout our life experience, they vary tremendously. It's like learning how to keep coming back to those core values, just a question of, okay, right here, right now, given what I'm experiencing, do I become a conduit or an expression of love or kindness or fill in the blank? It's a really interesting question. Just see what comes up. And again, there's no right or wrong answer here. That's what makes this process a little bit tricky. It's like our mind is trained to want, you know, an answer, the right answer, ideally. There's no right answer. It's really just it's a very personal question about right here, right now. Would it look like to be an expression of love or kindness, gratitude? Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, long, slow exhale through the mouth. Relaxing the hands, the shoulders, the neck, your jaw, the sockets. Let it go. And then hold the exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Another deep inhale through the nose. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. Again, relaxing the shoulders and the belly, the hands, chest, feet. Just let it all go. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, open your eyes. On back to the session. So I hope that sets you up. Just a quick reminder, like we have so much more control over how our moments sort of transact as we go through the weekend. And the hardest part, I think, is just to remember this inflection point of, wait a second, I get to participate in how this goes because I get to infuse this moment with my values. And I hope that's the inspiration here in terms of the rapture of being alive. I think that's where the good stuff is. So take care, everyone. Hope to see you on Monday. Thanks for partaking.